So today I want to try something a little bit different. There's a lot of topics that I want to cover and talk about, but there either isn't really that much information on it, or it's just not really significant enough of a topic to really warrant an entire script and dedicate a whole video to. So today I've got a list of a couple Halo Infinite topics that I think we should talk about. We're going to go over a possible delay till 2022, and I want to talk a little bit about the heavily rumored Big Team Battle 2.0, as everyone's calling it. But let's get started. So on Twitter, a credible insider named Jason Schreier replied to a tweet basically where they were talking about video game delays because Gotham Knights got delayed and etc. But basically the tweet was, well, at least we're still getting Starfield and Halo Infinite this year, so we're good. I don't know what made this guy think we're getting Starfield in 2021, but Jason Schreier responded to this tweet saying, quote, I don't know about that. Three words. And now this has sparked a lot of discussion in the Halo community and gaming journalists alike, with a lot of articles being published about a possible delay of Halo till 2022, but at this point, I don't think that's true, and let me tell you why. First off, the tweet mentions Starfield, which, correct me if I'm wrong, never had a release date to begin with. We've seen virtually nothing about Starfield except like a trailer where we saw a ship and a logo like 2 years ago. So I think that Schreier was pretty much referring to Starfield. Secondly, let's look at what we know about the state of Halo Infinite. We know that the game has been in development for 5 years. Yeah, also creating the game engine, but 343 has gone pretty much out of their way to express how easy and fast it is to work with and create content on the Slipspace engine. It's the whole reason they really created the new engine in the first place. We also know that the campaign is playable from start to finish. We've heard that from the community manager, John Unishek, and even Joseph Staten himself, who has returned to work on the game in a leadership role. And lastly, let me read you this quote from the first big Halo Infinite update that I stayed up until 3 AM on a workday making a video on. I'm never doing that again. Quote, we have everyone fixing bugs on our launch content and some exciting efforts kicking off for future updates, like new vehicles, equipment, etc. But we're pretty much playtesting a ton and looking for ways to polish and improve everything. All of our launch content is in-game and being played daily, but it takes a strong effort to get something from 90% to 100% ship quality. In summary, the game is pretty much content complete and the team is working on polishing and bug fixing. They said it's 90% complete. And I'll say this, I'm not a game developer, but a year-long delay to polish up lighting systems and fix bugs and touch up graphics seems very doable. If 343 needs another year of bug fixing, then I think the game is in worse shape than we thought. And yeah, we have to acknowledge that 343 is working from home with the vid, as we'll call it, slowing everything down and forcing people to work remotely, but still, a year is a long time. But yeah, I think Schreier was pretty much referring to Starfield and not necessarily Halo Infinite. I think if Infinite was getting delayed another year, they would have gone dark on us again, like how they went dark before the announcement of the first delay. But since then, we've been getting extensive blog updates detailing systems and features of the game, getting screenshots of the updated assets and environments. It's pretty cool, and I think we really have to praise 343 for how open they've been about the development of the game lately. 343 catch a lot of flack from us, but it's hard for me to mentally conjure another dev team that's this transparent with their community about the good and the not so good stuff. I still think Halo Infinite is launching in November around the 15th because it's someone's special birthday. But that's just a guess. So let's move on to the next thing, Big Team Battle 2.0. At this point, we can all pretty much guess that Infinite is going to have some kind of big third mode. And all the conversation, rumors, and leaks point to this being some kind of next iteration of Big Team Battle, which makes a lot of sense to me because large player count games are extremely popular right now. Fall Guys, Warzone, Fortnite, and insert pretty much any other battle royale. So 343 have said that they're not going to have a battle royale at launch, which I think is fine. I'm of the opinion that Halo needs to do its own thing in order to succeed. Halo was at its peak when it was doing so. Then with Halo 4, when elements from other games started creeping into the games, is when it started becoming, well, not as popular. There's been a lot of rumors about BTB2, and I think at least some of them are accurate. Here are the 3 big ones that I think are accurate. The mode will heavily emphasize vehicular combat. There's going to be squad spawning and a high player count. And I think these are true because they're all kind of related and support each other from a gameplay standpoint. If there's going to be a high player count, let's say 50v50, the map is going to have to be huge, which means you'll want vehicles so that players can get around. The gameplay designer also said in an Ask 343 that there is advanced vehicle physics in combat. The example that they gave is that you can shoot the wheel off a Warthog and it won't drive as well, which makes me wonder just how much is this going to extend into the gameplay? Can you shoot off the wings of Banshees, the turrets off a Warthog, or maybe one side of a Ghost so that it can only shoot with one cannon? For squad spawning, if you die, you don't want to spawn on some random part of this massive map, and squad spawning is going to help you get back into the action. We've also kind of already seen this in Halo games already. In Reach Invasion, you can sometimes spawn on your teammates, and in Halo 5 Warzone, you can choose to spawn at whatever bases your teams are holding. It's a little different than squad spawning, but similar enough to where it's not that outlandish to think about. So hopefully those rumors kind of help shed some light on the gameplay aspects, but now I want to speculate. So let's think about the map for a second, and I say map because I think there's going to be one massive map like in Battle Royale games, and I think it would work perfectly for Halo. Let's talk about why.
Bet you can't stick it.
You're on.
So Battle Royale maps change a lot, whether it be cosmetically, or parts of the map changing, or new sections being added in entirely. 343 is all about canon multiplayer, which we might get into in another video, but that's a whole other thing. But Zeta Halo could not be a more perfect host for this map to take place. Look at the ring. Look at the hex pillars. This cutscene from Halo Wars 2 where Anders literally just draws out a section of the ring and tosses it into space. That right there is how the map is going to change and evolve over time. Because the environments are literally interchangeable, the map can be whatever 343 wants it to be without disrupting the canon. They can make the map snowy, add more mountains, rivers, structures, and other sections of the map at will and have a lore-friendly reason behind it. Let me know what you guys think about those ideas for BTB 2.0 because I'm really curious to see what you guys think. But yeah, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Let me know what you kind of thought of this more multi-topic, off-the-cuff style video. A like and a comment really helps me know that you guys want to see more of this kind of thing. And if you made it through to the end, thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. And until next time, guys, have a good one.